All right, we are at the 2023 49er FX European Championships, and today we're going to be talking about coaching. We have Jena, and then with the FX team of Esther and Josephine, and we're going to get with it and find out what they're looking for from a coach and what the coach thinks they need. So, let's go. All right, Jena, you are an Olympian, you're a campaigner, but now you're a coach, and I know we spoke when we met in Geelong about how you decided that you wanted to figure out a way not just to give back, but to kind of exercise this other side of your brain to be a coach.
Yeah.
And let's talk about the kind of having the perspective of going through what these women are going through right now. What's your primary approach to like a regatta like this, the European Championships? Do you set the goals for the event, big picture and small picture, and or just does it depend on how they feel right before the event?
I think I obviously have lots of different teams, and I would approach it slightly different to each team because they're different human beings, obviously, and have their own goals. And I think it's important that I don't set their goals, but they try and set their own goals, and then I try and facilitate the best thing possible I can to make them succeed in that. And then obviously it's also my job to push a little bit if I don't find it that they set high enough goals maybe for themselves.
And Esther, for you, are you a skipper or a crew?
I'm a crew.
You're a crew.
Yeah.
How much of your relationship with Jena and some of your other coaches is you asking for information versus them just offering the information? I bet you it's different off the water versus on the water.
Yeah, I think we talk a lot about that. Also just what I want from Jena and when I wanted to say what and what kind of information I need from racing and then we just talk about it, I think.
Cool.
Yeah.
And Josefina, you're the helm, and how much? I mean, I guess it depends on the race. When you're on the water, sometimes you might be looking for something technical, boat speed. Sometimes it might be on the race course kind of stuff. Is it really all over the place in terms of the kind of info you're looking for?
I think it depends on what regatta it is. We usually have a talk before, like what should the talk be about in the RIP. And so this regatta was to keep the focus on the boat speed a little bit lower than usual, because often it tends to fill a lot if we don't go that fast. And that can kind of be taking a bit from my role. It's usually Esther's role to keep the boat speed up. So we try to have a little bit of both, so we're both happy when we leave the RIP. Yeah.
Cool. And Jena, I know that, from watching you coach on the water when we're doing live feeds and stuff like that. I remember one time, I don't know which team it was, but they had a bad day and you were sitting on the rib with them. Maybe you were even sitting on the boat with them or whatever. And we were like a little pulled away, but you would like put your hand on their knee and just like, it was definitely like, hey, it's going to be okay. There's this kind of stereotype that women may need more psychological support versus technical support, but that might just be a myth or not. Or maybe it's just your coaching style to recognize when someone needs to just chill out, you help them with that as well.
I think, I don't know if it's a myth. I haven't coached that many boys. I think it's a plus that I'm a woman and that I don't know, maybe if I can see it before or if it's easier, but I try to see how the sailors are and how they're feeling, and so I can work with that in the way I respond as well. And it's important for me that they are like mentally there as well. So it doesn't matter if I just sit and say, well, you did this and this wrong and you need to do this and this instead. If I can see they're just not there, then I wouldn't even comment on it. So I definitely think that the mental side is a big thing, and I tend to think that it's nice that a woman is there to maybe see it before. I don't know if I can deal with it the best way necessarily, but I'm aware of it.
Cool. That's probably half the battle.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. And Esther, we'll let you have the last word on this. We're at the European Championships,
yes.
And just tell me, for this championships, how are you feeling at this stage of the regatta? There's one fleet race left, right?
Yeah.
And what are your takeaways so far?
We've had a really good regatta, the best I think we've ever sailed, so that's really nice. But we are tired now, and
That's how ready to go home as well.
So one more race and then, yeah. But we're happy with what we came and did. Yeah.
Awesome. And I know Denmark has put a lot of effort and resources into the 49er and FX teams, and a legacy that you have left from your game. So just for the record, how many games have you been to?
I just been to one games.
Yeah.
So, and that was in Rio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you took home a medal at that games?
Took home a medal, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah. Been at the Worlds, European, so a lot of the big regattas.
Awesome.
But, yeah.
Well, the team is lucky to have you. And congratulations on having such a great regatta. One more race left,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Crossing our fingers. We'll go out in the next 20 minutes.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing with us your experiences and your approaches to the regatta and to coaching.
Yeah.
And have a great rest of your regatta.
Thank you.
Cheers.